players, and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
On the snap, it's Gaines. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the left side. The tag, touchdown, Buffs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense working from the pistol. He might want another play. Off play action on first down. He's looking deep. Makes the grab, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go.
There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now,
touchdown, Colorado! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
the trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He fires to the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They've got a first down here to open the period. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Hard running there. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. On the direct snap, it's Gaines. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. The 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Virginia. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Flying down the left side. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Husker.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
35, Nebraska, 7.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Gaines. Creates a little space. Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going for it all. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves.
Oh, he's got some space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Daly. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Huskers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Got room to work. There he goes. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buffs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Gaines. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, a lot of space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying the left side. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Johns. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. They're going to run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Got his man. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. With jet sweep pass. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Completes the shuffle pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels sack. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. On the direct snap, it's Gaines. Got the first down, looking for more. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Colorado! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football be?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few. On that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45.
Timeout, Colorado.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's high.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Turning it on. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First and goal. Colorado.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown Buffs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. From the gun, the ground game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go right back to him. Creates a little room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Looking for a man. It's John. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, it looked bad for a little bit, but how about the defense coming through? Back-to-back sacks. Now it's 4th and goal. Decision time for the offense, but the defense made it really, really difficult getting those negative plays in back-to-back situations.
It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Oh, better look out. Got the first down and more. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's John. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Huskers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to 0.
There he goes. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
The inside handoff. Got a little space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Johns. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Coming